This is Pro Series Off Topic.
Welcome back to Pro Series Off Topic, episode 15. Today's episode is all about these TikTok and social media home renovation trends that I just don't understand, or they're not gonna work. I'm pretty vocal about some of the different renovations that I see on TikTok or Instagram or Facebook that are popular due to one influencer or just someone posting it and it goes viral. Um, I posted about painting over granite countertops before, which in my opinion I just don't understand why you would buy a stone, or even if you're moving into a house and you didn't buy the stone, it was in the home, and then painting over top of it. It's granite is a porous product and you're putting a paint over it. That just does not add up. And now seeing all these videos pop up, and this is why I'm bringing it up, because I saw a couple of videos this week of a countertop that started to peel after a year of use. So someone, posted a video last year, and then now they're doing a review of, living with it for a year. And, chipping of the countertop. And I'm just sitting there just like, no doubt that this was going to happen, and they're devastated. And those who do it for a quick fix and they're just doing it so they can save money for, that marble they want or that other countertop they want, I'm totally fine with. Do you. That makes you happy. If it makes the place look aesthetically pleasing for you for the time period, that's totally fine. But there's some people out there that are doing this and then going to sell their house or whatever, and they're saying their kitchen's renovated or their bathroom's renovated, when really they just put a slab of paint on. That's not the answer to everything. You sometimes have to think about, when you're putting your house up for sale or you're trying to sell something, you don't always have to try to fix it. Sometimes selling it as is and letting the next owner do it is better. And I think people just like, hey, if I put the slab of paint on it, it's going to make it look like a brand new product, so I'm going to say it's a renovated kitchen. Don't do that. I mean, I remember a couple years ago, I went into a house that was flipped, and it was well over $1 million listed. It was not worth that, but the realtor said it was a completely renovated kitchen. But I saw this house before the house flipper bought it, probably like a year and a half before that, and I could tell the cabinets were painted. The people that I'm with did not. They just thought it was a new kitchen. I stepped below and looked below the granite countertop that was there. It was the same countertop that was there previously, and I look and you could see the paint. They didn't, tape underneath the cabinet or underneath the countertop, so you could see the paint. Like, they didn't care to edge it or anything or remove the paint from it afterwards. I'm like, well, they obviously painted this. This is not a kitchen renovation. And that people are probably like thinking, hey, Eric, you just refaced your kitchen and painted it. And I'm totally open about that. When I sell this house, it's not. I'm not going to say it's a completely renovated kitchen, because it's not really. It's the same cabinets. I'm going to say it's refaced. And then that's when you educate the realtor on what that truly means. Refacing truly means. A lot of people just think it's the veneer, but there's multiple things that we've talked about before in previous episodes. But that's just the countertop. The big video and what brought this topic up and why I wanted to talk about it today was this girl. She had those 4x4 tiles that were big. I think it was like the 60s. She said the kitchen or the bathroom was made in. It was like a mint color. So it was pretty ugly, and she painted the whole entire bathroom. So there was wainscoting of this 4x4 tile. It was all around the shower. She painted the tub, all this white color. She tried to do the prep work. She did her research, which kudos to her for doing that research. And, she followed up with the company to make sure she was doing everything right. And she looked like she was doing everything right. She looked like she actually was going above and beyond what the company and what she found research-wise to do to make this paint or whatever enamel that she was doing adhere. But it was a year later, and it started to peel. again, the shower in the bathroom, just, it's a constant humidity. The showers. The doors are closed. Everybody has that issue with their shower ceiling at some point peeling. You wouldn't think that would happen to the shower that has the constant impact of water or the humidity or the different temperature changes of water or just people in it every single day standing on that tub. And I think she was kind of understanding, but she was kind of more baffled because she followed all the rules that the company that was selling the product said. And I think the moral of the story is don't believe everything of these products that people are selling. There's so many of these paint kits that you can paint your tub with or the enamel. And the story is there's nothing better than getting new or having a professional do it. I don't think the professional could have done any better than her, just because I don't think you could paint tile. A shiny product like that. Even she buffed it, she sanded it, basically made it as rough as possible to allow for that paint to adhere. But there's no way that will stay. Never. It's just impossible. And it was a steel tub. The only way, or the only product they put on top of a steel tub to change that is what they created with it, and that's the enamel that they put on. And even still to this day, if you get a steel tub and it has the enamel on it, it is nothing like it was back in the day. They put it on thick, so it wasn't going anywhere. It was indestructible. That's kind of like when you do these cast iron farmhouse sinks and stuff. People will get them and they really want them, and they live life, and knives fall in their sink, and silverware, and roaster pans, and then it chips. Yeah, because the enamel they put nowadays is so thin, and that's just kind of what the world has come to. They make stuff faster, they make stuff cheaper. It just kind of the moral of the story is just if you don't want that stuff to happen, do your research, listen to the professionals, and just save up. I think, she spent a lot of money just doing this herself, all the product, and now she has a ruined bathroom, so she's probably going to have to gut it, unless she just wants to live with the buffed out tiles for now, and then, maybe sell it and make sure you tell that into the disclosure that the bathroom needs done. You could do that and lower the price a little bit, or she's going to have to gut the whole bathroom. So just kind of, I always say I'm not going to judge someone's house. Secretly, I do. I think all designers do, and it's human nature. But, I mean, your money is your money, and just know what you want the outcome to be. If it is just a quick fix for, 2 or 3 years until you can renovate it fully because you just want that ugly pink tile hidden for a while, go ahead and do it. That's totally fine, because you know going down the road that you will fix this down the road, and this is not the permanent solution. And that's not the issue. The issue is the people that are thinking it's a permanent situation and selling it as a new product or a new bathroom or a new kitchen remodel, when that's false advertisement. You literally just covered it up. It's kind of like the landlord effect when, I'm pretty sure if you're on TikTok, you've seen this. Just all the different things the landlord that, they paint in the walls, they cover up a bug, or they cover up the light switch with paint. And we've all lived in a house or rented a house, either if that's in college or earlier in your life, that they had the landlord special. They paint everything. They try to make it look clean, and really it just looks crappy. And they're really just covering up the mistakes and covering up all the cracks in the wall and not really addressing the issue itself. So that's kind of, if I find, I thought I saved this TikTok, and if I find it, I will post it, but I feel bad for her. I think she just was misled, and that's kind of something with social media now. All these things come up, and they're like, oh, I could do that, and I could save so much money, and all these professionals are saying they could do this, and really they're really just trying to sell that product, or they're just putting them down a rabbit hole that's not good for them, and it just sucks. It really does suck. So that's the rabbit hole that I went down today. So now let's go into country music. Kind of a quiet week. Let's start with new country music. Really, nothing came out. Megan Maroney did release that she is having "I'm Not Pretty" as her next single. We kind of talked about that in June when her album "Lucky" came out. It's a good song. She wrote it about a her ex's new girlfriend that liked one of her throwback pictures from Panama City Beach in 2016, and she were at 2 or 3 in the morning, and she wrote a song about it. It's actually really cool. Go check it out. She released the acoustic version of that this week to kind of celebrate the fact that she is releasing that. Walker Hayes came out with a new song called Stetson. It's actually pretty good. I'm looking at it now. Maybe it's a whole EP or album. Let's see. It's 2 songs actually. So Show Me the Country I've not seen or heard yet. Stetson's pretty cool. It's kind of a Walker Hayes-esque old country song, if that makes sense. Think of like Fancy Like or DeLorean meets like a Willie Nelson type of song. It has that old time country feel, but that rapish talking like Walker Hayes type of song. So it's cool. I like Walker Hayes. He has some good music, and he seems like a really good guy and good person. Seems like a good family person. So definitely go check that out. Mitchell Tenpenny came out with a song called Bigger Mistakes. Maybe it's a song that's going to grow on me. I, at the moment, not a huge fan of it, but I am a huge Mitchell Tenpenny fan. And then Jelly Roll came out with a song that is like a Apple release single. So I don't think it's fully a single for his album because, we'll talk in a second. He has the number 2 song this week with Nina Favor. So he's probably going to come out with a new song off that new record that he just released earlier in the summer. But this one's called Dragging These Roots. Pretty good song. Definitely go check it out. It's very Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll is so big right now. Good for him because he's such a good guy. I think I still need to watch his documentary on Hulu, but he just seems like such a good guy. He's been through a lot, and he's a good role model for some people out there. You do some bad things in your life, but that doesn't define you, and you could create something so much bigger and better. And he learned from it, and I think he's just a good role model for some people. And then Haley Witter's EP finally came out. I still need to finish the whole thing, but Everything She Ain't is going up the charts. If you have not heard that song, definitely go check that out. It's a great song. I mean, I think Haley Wither, she has multiple songs that I think should have been number ones, but I don't think she gets the credit that she deserves. At the moment, Everything She Ain't is number 16 on the charts. I hope it goes number 1. She deserves it. I feel like, been in that stuck in that, like, top 20 area for all her songs, and it just sucks sometimes for some female artists. It's just harder to grow, but definitely go check that out. But that's really all I have this week. Stay tuned. Next week we have a new Pro Series episode. This will be 98. We're getting close to 100, which we have a pretty cool episode in line for. But 98 will be with Greg and Tori Smith. You might remember both of them on last year on the Pro Series podcast. They were on episode 30. They're from HGTV. Greg was on a show on HGTV. Tori was kind of behind the scenes design development type of person, and they talked about this awesome outdoor campus for No Barriers project that they were working on with No Barriers, which is an awesome foundation. They give me an update on that, and then Greg also signed on to a new show called Renovation, Rico to the Rescue, which had a season 1. Greg was not part of it, but it was renewed for a season 2, and now they're bringing on Greg. So can't wait to watch that. You could watch season 1 on Max now to get caught up, so you could watch season 2 and see Greg on there. But always like talking to them. Greg and Tori, actually, they've been great people to get to know in the past, year and a half. But yeah, look forward to that. We have so many more episodes that I'm in line. I always say that I have 4 or 5 in my back pocket that are already recorded just in case I get real busy and don't have time to record. So can't wait to release that, and then yeah, look forward to more content. I am still not done posting all about my kitchen. I know people keep asking about the hardware, and then there was a heated debate on TikTok about the placement of my hardware, which I will address. Um, but yeah, hopefully you have a great rest of the week. It's Friday. Have a great weekend and look forward to the Pro Series coming out on Tuesday.